Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
My name is Ashley, as you guys already know.
And I'm Moy.
And today, pretty much what we're going to be doing is, or what I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to be doing his makeup, since you already saw at the beginning that he pretty much lost, so I'm going to be doing his makeup, right? And while we do that, we're going to be talking a little bit about how we started dating. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so just comfortable.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna do his makeup. I'm not gonna be saying exactly what I'm gonna be using. Or should I? Okay, I am. I guess I'm gonna start with primer. You want to tell them how we met it? No, they already know that. Let's start with when did we start dating? Or how did we start dating? You want to say that? You want to say that? Your face is so dry. There's a little tacuachito there. So, how did we start dating? I'm waiting, sir.
Cut.
What? Okay,
So, I had practically got out of work early. I think it was that I got out of work early. And she was in summer school. Because, they graduated.
I graduated late.
And one time I had gone to go get tacos, and I had posted on Snapchat that who wanted some tacos. And someone had answered to my Snapchat and said that she wanted some. So I had told her that
he was going to take him to my
house. Take him to her house.
And he just left me hanging because nunca los llevó.
Yeah, I left her hanging on my back. I don't know what I had to do that.
You didn't take him.
I did take him.
Anyways.
Well, going back to where we're at right now. So, I went to go get tacos. Well, I guess I think I did get out of work. I'm not sure what happened. But I went to go get tacos, and then I texted her if she still wanted the tacos that I had left her hanging from.
And of course I said yes.
And she said yeah.
Anyway, so I was in school, and he took them to me, and I'm gonna let you tell them, and then vamos a ver si le dices bien. So, y luego qué pasó?
Well, yeah, I took him to her, and then I was shy. I didn't really tell her nothing. I just gave him to her, and I ended up eating some of it.
And then when this happened, my best friend was there, and his friend was there, and then the teacher was there.
Oh, yeah.
So he got really shy. Yeah.
So I ended up leaving without telling her anything, but I texted her.
Yeah, as soon as he left, he then texted me. He was like, what did you say? Let me try to remember. You were like, so cuando vamos a las movies or something like that.
Yeah, because I tagged you in a post on Facebook. And it was one of those posts that said if the person doesn't respond in a certain amount of time, you have to, they owe you una salida to the movies. And, well, she responded fast, so it was like, damn. I really didn't want her to respond fast so I could take her out to the movies. So I still asked her, I was like, so when we going out to the movies? And she told me. And
I pretty much said,
this was more of a friend date, but I was already trying to get at her.
Yeah, because I didn't know he actually wanted to date me. Because before this, we had gone to the beach with some friends and everything. And then he practically picked me up. We went and everything, and we were friends. And so when he told me if I wanted to go to the movies, I was like, well, fine, let's go, But when this happened, I thought that other friends were going to go with us. And it turns out, no. So then, let me say what I remember. I had went to this event, not event, but this baseball game with some other friends, and we were there, and then he texted me, and he was like, what are you doing? And then I remember I told you that I was at that place, and then you told me, you were like, let's go to the movies. And I said, okay, let me just go home and change. and then he said he was picking me up. So when he picked me up, he was by himself, and I didn't know he was by himself. So I was just like, okay. So whenever he picked me up, all the time, like as we were driving, I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna go pick up somebody else. But I never asked him, hey, are we picking up somebody else, or is anyone else coming with us, or anything. I just like went along with it, right? So then we got to the movies, and then that's when I was like, okay, nobody else is coming with us. And then what happened, babe? Continue the story.
Well, we just watched the movie. It was a nice movie.
What movie did we watch?
Incredibles 2.
Yeah. So we got to the place, and it was just him and I. And then he was being so gentle, and he invited me pretty much. And then he was like, so what movie do you want to watch? And I was like, I like Incredibles a lot, right? So I was like, I want to watch Incredibles 2. But he didn't want to watch that, Loki. He wanted to watch, I think it was at the moment Jurassic World. ¿Te acuerdas que Jurassic World, there was a new movie that had came out, and you were like, let's watch that one. And I was like, and then you were like, or you want to watch the other one? And I was like, yeah. And then we went to watch Incredibles. So then that happened. And what happened after that? I don't remember that much.
Well, we watched the movie, and I wanted to reach out and give you a hug or something, but it would be awkward because you thought that it was like a friendly date, not like a date. So pretty much, the movie ended, and I just took you home and everything, and
from there I just saw it like we were friends.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Like we went out, and it was pretty much a date, but more like a friend's date. Like we didn't really do anything. Nada pasó, whatever. So then after that, I remember that we started texting, and then you would send me hearts, and I would respond with hearts, and then.
But then you started flirting more with me.
No, but you started flirting with me first, and then I responded back to you.
Yeah.
So it was kind of both the ways. So then, after that, I remember that I hadn't graduated yet, but you had to go pick up your diploma or something like that to the school.
And we went to Starbucks?
No, hold on. And then you were like, because I remember it was like on a Monday, and I had to go to school, right? So then you were like, oh, I have to go, I want to see you. Because ever since we went to the movies, we hadn't seen each other in like a while. Like a whole week and a half had passed, and we were texting, but we didn't see each other. So then that week, he was like, oh, I'm going to go to the school to pick up, like, I think your diploma and your transcript or whatever. And then you were like, oh, I want to see you since you're going to be there, blah, blah. And I went, because I had to go to school, right? And I kind of waited on him, but I didn't see him until like, and that was on a Monday. So then on a Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Yeah, I think. I was already leaving, and turned out that you were outside of the school. And I texted
I was waiting for you to get up.
I thought he was leaving already, and I texted him to like wait. And then you were like, no, okay, súbete al carro. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, I trusted him, so I got in the car, and he was like, let's go get Starbucks. And I had to go to my friend's house before this. Like, after school, I had to go, but before this, he kind of stole me, and we went to go get Starbucks. And literally, that's all we did. Like, we went to Starbucks, and then we drove back to where I had left my car parked, and then we kind of said goodbye, and that was it. And then from there, I don't know, because I can't remember that much. What happened after that?
Oh, remember when we went to Cane's? Yeah, that was the.
Oh, yeah, okay, so that was like our official date, because we kept talking, and then he was like, well, let's go out or something like that, and I was like, okay. So when we started talking or dating and everything, he used to work at this like, what was it?
It was like a little, it was a shop.
Whatever. Anyways, the thing is that I remember he used to go in like at 2, and you would get out at 2, but in the morning, like at 2 in the morning.
So it was like a night shift.
Yeah, so I remember that I wasn't in school because I think that was on the weekend and I didn't work.
And I didn't work. No, I
No,
did
you
work.
did work
Yeah.
because I didn't
So
work.
we went right before.
Yeah, he was
I
like,
had
what are
to
you
go to
doing?
work.
And I was like, well, here in mi casa. And then he was like, well, let's go out. And I was like, okay. So then it was early in the morning. And then he was like, so what do you want to eat? And I was over here like, I don't know. You know, typical girl not knowing what the hell to eat. So he asked
For
me.
real, like, oh my god.
And that's always
from
a
the
struggle.
beginning, it's always a struggle.
And then he kept asking me, so what do you want to eat? And I was like, he was like, do you want to have IHOP? No, don't do your face like that. Stop. So he asked me if I wanted to have IHOP, but then I was like, no, like, cause I don't really like IHOP like that. And I was like, nah, I don't want that. And he was like, so do you want to go eat a Panda? And I was like, nah, it's too early. And then I remember he said somewhere else, but I kept saying no. And then I don't know how, like, I started craving Cane's. So then I was like, what about Cane's? And then you were asking me, is it open yet? And I was like, I think so. So then we went to Cane's. And since it's summer, Cane's was really packed that.
We couldn't even eat inside.
Yeah, like we couldn't even inside. So he was like, do you want to eat somewhere else? And me, I was like, no, like I want
And
Cane's.
then we had to hurry up because I had to go to work.
So he was kind of like in a not awkward position, but you were like, oh,
like,
man.
I didn't want to hurry up, but then I had to get to work.
Yeah, he
So
didn't
I
want
was
to tell me like, hey, I
"Oh."
have to get to work at a certain time. And then I insisted that I wanted Cane's, so he waited, and we did have Cane's. So we went inside, we ordered, and then he was like, where do you want to eat? I was like, it's fine, like we can eat in the car. So then we were kind of eating in the car, and then we watched another movie. What movie did we watch?
Coco.
Okay, there you go. Because he had told me he had never seen that movie. So I was like, okay, let's watch it. I was like, I have my Netflix. And we were watching the movie while we were eating Cane's in the car.
Thanks to that date, I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, so he liked it. He liked that movie. He almost started crying. But it's a good movie. Mira para arriba. There you go. No tanto. Like your eyes, like just look up. There you go.
Ah.
This is not the first time that I do his makeup. Like I've done his makeup before, but
in a way comfortable position where
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep.
pretty much. And as y'all can see, his makeup is gonna end up looking way lighter than like his tone, because I'm whiter than him and my foundation is like
She's
10
pale.
times
She's
wider.
pale.
Yeah, I'm pretty pale.
Pálida.
So I'm gonna try to fix it with the contour.
Pero no me quedo tan atrás.
Yeah. So then, ¿qué pasó? What happened after that? What happened after
It was
that?
that's when we like, that was our first kiss also.
Was it?
Yes, because I dropped you off. And
Oh yeah. So he took me to the house. He took me back home because he was like, "Oh, I have to go home and change." And I was like, "Okay, well, it's fine. You know, you could just take me back home." And then he did. And then we were in the car, and I was kind of already getting off. And he was like, "You're not gonna say bye to me?" And I was like, "What?"
No.
Yes.
I said, "Y mi beso?"
No, you said, "Are you not gonna say bye to me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." I was like, "I'm saying bye." And then he was like, "No, but not like," you were like, "No, not like that." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And then that's when you were like, "Y mi beso?" And I was like, "Okay." And I like leaned forward to you and I gave you a kiss in the cheek first.
The cheek.
And the cheek first, And then you were like, "No, mi beso." And I was like, "Okay." So then he just went to me and I gave him a kiss, like just a pop kiss. And I was like, "Okay, bye." Because he had to leave. And I was like laughing low key. So then he left. I went inside. And then he went to work, whatever. And then, ¿qué pasó after that? I was like, I remember we kept like.
When we went to the beach.
No, we went to the beach before. And then.
No, remember when we went to the beach with everybody else? And then we went to the beach with Miriam and Walter.
No, I remember.
Honestly, I don't remember. I have like such a bad. She can remember more in detail than I can.
I know that I hadn't graduated first, right?
You
So-
graduated to August.
Yeah. So we started kind of dating, and
Birthday.
I don't remember. No,
Your
I think it was.
birthday.
I think it was
Because
my.
they had the la tortas esas de pollo.
Yeah, I think it was my graduation.
No, your
Yes.
graduation was till August.
Exactly. It was till August, and then after August, that's when we started going to the beach again. And that's when
Oh,
Yeah, remember? Okay, so from what I remember, it was after that one time that we went to Cane's, whatever. It all of this was in June because we started talking in June. And no, I'm lying. July. I don't remember. The thing is, in between June and August, we were like kind of talking. So then my graduation came up. I think we talked for like a very long time. So then my graduation came up, and that's when you met my dad. Cause you went and I hadn't told my dad that I had like a boyfriend or anything. So my dad saw you and he was like who the hell is he? And then I remember for my graduation we went out to eat. Yeah, cause my dad's a Salvadorian one. And then like we went out to eat, and my dad took us to
Cuco's.
Yeah, we went to Cuco's, and then we were eating.
Oh hell, that's a lot.
We were eating, and then I'm about to drop it in the bed. It came to the point where we had to like ask for the check, and then you were like, I'm gonna pay for yours and mine. And I was like, no. I was like, it's fine. I was like, my dad got it, you know? So I was technically trying to invite him, and he was trying to pay for my food when we were with my dad and everybody else. So then my dad kind of paid for his food and everything. And then that happened. And then after I graduated, that's when we went, I think, to the beach again. When we went with Walter and Miriam. Then we went with them. And that's when we kind of like officially started dating. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, wait, you're right.
It was in July.
It was in July when we started dating. So it was like before. Okay, so I guess my dad met him in August, but we started dating in July. So, wait, yeah, was it? So we had gone to the beach, right? And we were also in like a kind of friendly, but like already flirting way going out. And then I don't remember what happened. All I remember was that we were like playing around, and Miriam was like, let's dance. And then she made us dance. And then when we were dancing,
Miriam was
like, kiss her. And he was like, okay. So then he kissed me. And then kind of from there, we kind of took ourselves like more serious. Yeah, like more official. Like serious, more official. No te pasa nada. Oh my God. And then,
I remember that day I had dug a hole in the hard ass sand guy in Galveston. And Walter's drunk ass fell in it. I think I still have a video of it.
Me too. So we went and we were playing, and then for this, I think you had your nephew's toys in the back of the trunk, and then you started digging the hole. Cause we had an umbrella. It was still early and there was still sun.
Yeah, I was trying to dig a hole for the
umbrella, yeah. And then he didn't cover it. Like it started like the sun started going down, and he didn't cover the hole. And for this, his friend was drinking, and then he got drunk to the point where he didn't realize that the hole was right there, like right by the car. and he was walking, like he got out the car. And he was turning, and I don't know how, like, he put his foot into the hole, and then all of a sudden and then he goes back, and we're all, like, all three of us, because it was Miriam, him and I, and we turned around, and we were like, Walter! And there we go, running to check Walter, and Walter was all like, what happened? It was so funny.
Typical Walter.
Yeah, much easier, made my life easier. So then, that's pretty much how we started dating. Like, that's, like, pretty much it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we took ourselves more serious then, but he never asked me to date him. He never was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? And I never said, yeah. Like, from there, it was, like, we took ourselves more serious, but we weren't dating. Like, he hadn't asked me. And then, what happened from there? You met my dad, then you met my sister, and then my best friend knew about him. So she was gonna leave because she actually joined the army. She was already enlisted, and she already had her shipping day out, like, ready and everything. And I remember that before she left, she, like, actually left for basic. She said she wanted to go see her mom. So then we continued to go out, and I liked going to the beach a lot because I found it kind of cute that that's where we kind of started dating. And then,
My bro.
huh? I never do your brows.
I know.
That's what you're like,
Yeah.
alright, bro.
I better not look like my sister. I swear to God.
No, you're not, because your brows are thicker than his.
Than his?
Than-
Ooh, Chris. She
Than
said
hers.
his.
It's because I'm thinking of your brows. So I'm like, then hit
It's because she, you know how she hasn't done my
makeup before.
makeup before? Last time she did my makeup, I ended up looking like a fatter version of my sister.
He did. It was so funny. And then, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? I think Karen left. Oh my god, you have such thick brows. So then my best friend left, and we continued to talk. And it was funny because he was still working at that one place where he used to get out like really, really late. And I would wait. I would try to be like waiting awake for him so that we could text or like talk to each other.
I used to get out of work like at 2:30 or 3 a.m.
And he was
And then
still
I
ghosting me.
would go. She lived far. She like lived far. She lived in outer town of Houston. Like
So from where he was
an
working,
hour,
I
an
lived
hour.
almost an hour, like 45
40
minutes
minutes,
away
40
from
minutes.
where he was
Yeah.
working. Yeah. So he would go, and I would actually go outside and be with him. And like
She would
sometimes,
sneak out.
yeah, I would sneak out because my dad didn't like me going out at night. He wouldn't say anything. He didn't like it, but he wouldn't say anything either. So then I would just get out, and then he didn't do anything bad because we would just like sit in his car.
We would go eat.
And then he would be like, "Are you hungry?" And me being a fat ass, I would be like, "Yeah." So we would go eat, and then we would always get either Whataburger or McDonald's or I don't know, but we always got like food at nighttime. And then what happened after that? I was like, That's when I started to go like visit you at work, right? Because I would go visit you at work.
During my lunch.
Yeah, during his lunch, I would go, and sometimes he would be like, "Oh, I don't have food," and me, I was broke, but I would try to take food for him, and then he was all happy there eating his food, and I would drive all the way to his job just to see him for like what 30 minutes.
Not even 30 minutes.
Not even 30 minutes
Like
that he had for lunch, but I was still doing it because I liked him, you know. So I am not the best at makeup, so I'm kind of just playing around with his face.
Oh.
I'm trying my best, but still, I'm not the best for makeup. And then your brows kind of all over the place. So I'm like really trying. Look up a little bit, like no tanto, like right there. I don't know. It took us like a long time to like actually officially start dating. We talked for a long time. Like we would go out and we would take each other serious, but we really didn't start dating until like September. Like we officially started dating in September. We took ourselves or like each other more serious since like the first time that we officially kissed. So we see that as like our, let's say, anniversary. But like the actual day that he was like, "Oh, do you want to be my girlfriend?" And this because I told him that he had never asked me. He was like, "Oh, for real? I never asked you."
I guess we got too much along with each other. I guess.
Yeah, I guess we got too caught up in the like that we were enjoying ourselves and everything that we just kind of, or I mean, I didn't forget because I did kind of feel bad about it, but at the same time I was like, I mean, it's fine, you know, as long as I know that he takes me serious and that I know that I'm taking him serious. That was kind of enough. And then it was my brother's birthday. It was his birthday, and then you were like, you were already gonna leave. And then we went outside and we were sitting in your car, like always. And then we were talking, and then I don't know how we got to that, and you were like, "Oh, pues no, ¿quieres ser mi novia?" And I was like, "Pues sí." But we were already kind of dating. Or like actually dating. And then, ¿qué más? I don't know.
Yeah, I had mi novia before.
Yeah, like
I even asked her.
I was already his girlfriend without him really asking me because I took him serious or anything like that. So, and
What's
I liked him, so I took him serious.
What's that?
Concealer to clean your brow, or kind of clean your brow. Mira para arriba. Babe, ya te lo puse en el otro. Look up. It's the same thing that I put right here. So déjate.
You're lucky you won. Yo te hubiera pintado.
Officially.
I did your makeup once and it was good. So.
Initially, he was gonna do my makeup, but then I was like, nah, let's pick rock, scissors this situation and see who wins. Whoever wins has to do each other, like the other person's makeup. And I won. So. My God. I am not the best for makeup at all. It's like, it has kind of a shape.
Se va a ver todo raro.
It's okay. He's so cute. Imagine when your mom sees this. She's
Oh.
gonna hate it. His mom hates me doing his makeup. She does not like that. So, sorry. Pero pues a él le gusta so.
I like it because I can. Well,
He
I
usually.
usually lay down, so I'd be falling asleep.
Yeah.
It relaxes me.
Most of the time that I do his makeup,
But right now I don't like it because I'm like this and I'm
he's
falling
kind of
backwards.
getting uncomfortable. No? Okay, I'm gonna try to hurry up and do my best. So that's pretty much how we started dating. Kinda.
After that, me la robé.
He did steal me though.
And she moved into. I used to live with my mom, so she moved in over there.
Yeah, I moved in with him.
Poco a poco, she would take clothes to my house.
No, the thing about it was, okay, like at
Yeah.
the beginning, whenever we did start dating, there you go, hold on to there, so that you don't have to be complaining about falling back. So whenever we started dating, the first time that I went to your house, you didn't want me to go inside your house. He didn't want me to go inside his house. So whenever I went, he was like, I pulled up to his parkway and he was like, or the driveway, whatever. Driveway, yeah.
Driveway.
I'm thinking about food,
Someone
I'm
wants
sorry.
food.
Yeah. So I pull up and I tell him, I'm like, hey, I'm here. And he's like, oh, okay. No, you're going to turn to this side because I still have to do stuff to your face. There you go. Oh my God. So I pull up and I text him that I'm outside and he goes, oh, okay, hold on. And then he comes outside and I was thinking, oh, okay, well, he's going to tell me to get off or something. And he was like, okay, what do you want to do? He gets in my car and he's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. And then I told him, I was the one who told you, let's go to a park, remember? And then you were like, okay. So then we went to a park. That was like the first 2-3 times that I went to your house that I didn't go inside. And then from there, I kind of started going over more, like to go see him. Because, I mean, he would go see me too, but my dad didn't like me having a boyfriend or anything, and I never really, like, told him anything. So I kind of, like, kept my business to myself, let's say. And he really wouldn't go, like, that much to my house. And I didn't like him going to my house that much either because I feel bad that every time he would go, since my dad didn't know about him, I couldn't just bring him in the house. I mean, he had met him before, but I couldn't really, like, bring him inside the house. You already creased your forehead. So I couldn't really bring him inside the house because my dad didn't know him. So that's why I would go, right? And then I started going more and more and more. And then each time that I would go, I would stay till later. Like later. Because at the beginning, like first I would go and I would leave like at 6? Like I would get there at 1 and I would leave at 6. Because I wasn't in school anymore. I had graduated already. And then I only worked on weekends. So pretty much during the week, I didn't do anything. And then I think you stopped working at that place. So you weren't working either. So pretty much I was at his house all the time. And then whenever I went, like I started leaving, like I said, later and later and later. And then like it started at 8:30, like at 6. And then I would leave at 7, and then I would leave at 7:30, and then 8, and then it just continued until like one day I was just like, okay, I guess I'll stay asleep. Because then even his mom was like, it's too late for you to leave. And I was like, okay. So I didn't mind staying that much because I didn't think my dad, like, I thought my dad was gonna get like really mad, but then at the same time I was like, I don't think he says anything, because like I had sneaked out before and he didn't say anything, so I was like, maybe if I stayed asleep he's not gonna say anything either. So I stayed asleep, and then I was like, okay, this is the last time. So after that,
Psych, it was gonna be the first of many.
yeah, first of many actually, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay just this one time because I feel bad too. And then it ended up not being the first and last time. I stayed again because we went out somewhere and I couldn't go home because it was too late and you didn't want me to go home. So then I just started low-key staying each weekend. Like first it was like I'll stay a weekend and then I wouldn't stay another weekend. Like uno sí, uno no, uno sí, uno no. And then I don't know, like it just happened like suddenly. And then one time I packed the bag with like clothes for like 3 days, and after that I never went back home.
She never went back home.
Like I never went back home. I stayed, and then what happened?
Mission accomplished.
Okay guys, so I pretty much didn't cut out the part, but I kind of tried to hurry up because we pretty much we're already done with how we actually started dating. So this is the final look. I'm not the best for makeup, but I tried, and yeah, he said he's gonna get his payback on me, so we'll see about that, you know. And we are pretty much done. If you guys liked it, please subscribe to us. See you guys in the next video.